Yes, welcome back to the South Australian Sports Show, Poppy. One of the greats of South Australian female athlete sportswoman, four-time Olympian, if you don't mind.
Wow, that's the same as you.
Yes, but much better
You told me you're the only one that's ever done that.
Much better than I was. She may go to 5. She's only 32 years of age. Anyway, let's not embarrass her with too much introduction because we're running out of time for the questions. Laura Hodge just joins us. Laura, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
It's really difficult to know where to start, whether we talk about Rio, we talk about the Olympics, just coming back to play with the Lightning. Have you got a preference where you'd like to
where do you
start?
want to start?
Do you want to start early in your career, late in your career, right in the middle of your career?
Early was when I felt, fresh every day when I got out of bed. Now I'm feeling very old, and in a side like Adelaide Lightning where I'm the grandma, and let's face it, there's mainly 18-year-olds. It's great to be home in Adelaide, and I think that I've had so many opportunities playing all around the world, and obviously coming back from Rio and the other Olympics. But now I'm home and I'm ready to try and get the Adelaide Lightning back to where it was in its heyday.
All right, what made you come home? I mean, you still would have had opportunities to go overseas. Certainly your performance at the Olympics was good enough to warrant you to be able to stay overseas. Why come back to Lightning at a time when they're struggling? Is it the lure to come home and the lure to help Lightning? What made it happen?
Is it the cash?
We know it's not the cash. Yeah, I know.
There's so many things. I mean, I love Adelaide. I've always enjoyed living in Adelaide, and I've lived all around the world. I've lived in America, I've lived in Europe, but I left home to go to the AIS in Canberra when I was almost 16, and I always used to talk about Adelaide as how much I loved it, and everyone used to laugh at me because I think that year I was the only South Australian that went to the AIS, but it's just a great place to live. So I think that's one thing, having my family here. I've got amazing nieces and nephews, and that I just want to be around, and I don't want to miss out on them growing up. And I think that my husband would have loved me to play another year or two in Europe, because he actually came over with me for this last season in France, and he had the best time of his life.
The best kept husband in the world.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
He'd never really travelled with me before, so he didn't work, he travelled, but he looked after me so well and cooked and cleaned, so it was probably my easiest year in Europe having him there. But I think
if things don't work with him going forward and you get another opportunity, I'm happy to spend 12 months.
Well, I'm sure that's something Laura could hardly turn down.
But I think coming back to Adelaide, and for myself, Rachel Swan was my idol. She was the person I looked up to. I used to go out to the Lightning games every week to watch her, and that's probably the reason why I ended up being a basketballer, was because I loved the Adelaide Lightning. I loved her. I was a netballer and a swimmer first, and but once I started to play basketball, I didn't want to turn back, and I want the Lightning to stay alive and to be around, and if I can help in any way, then that would be amazing.
Good on you. Wow.
All right, well, you're certainly helping the cause. It was a tough weekend, first weekend last weekend for the Lightning. First game to an overtime loss, then it's hard to back up from that. But I don't think a lot of people were expecting the Lightning to be that competitive straight away. Were you surprised?
I wasn't surprised, because the girls have been working so hard, and with Chris Lucas on board, he has been training us to where we need to be. We've been training at a standard of elite level, which is amazing. And sometimes I arrive to training and I'm exhausted, and I need to lift to the level of these 18-year-olds. So what he has done in the last 5 weeks has been amazing. So I'm not surprised in that area, but now people are going to be scouting us. We're going to have our ups and downs, but I think by the end of the season we'll be the team that has improved the most out of everyone, and I think that people are starting to worry about us now, which is a good thing.
I don't know what it is, but just in recent years, the profile of women's basketball in this state has gone down somewhat. I'm not sure whether it's basketball's fault or whether it's all the other sports have started to catch up and be a bit more aggressive. Cricket, and more recently AFL football. How do you see from the outside, looking back at the Lightning, how have you seen its transition over the last few years?
Oh, well, from a child, when you used to go to, I think it's Titanium Arena now, it used to be full. It used to be the best ticket in town. You wanted to be, and it didn't matter if it was a standalone game with the Lightning. It was hard to get a ticket to watch them play, and now we don't have those crowds. The Sixers are doing great. I think it's amazing what they've done in the last few years to lift the standard of what it's like to go to a game. But yeah, it's scary, but it's also a good thing. I think it's great that the
Great
netball
challenge.
they're doing what they're doing, and to have women's AFL, I think it's good on them. And I love sport. I love all sport, and so now basketball, we have to lift our profile to stay around. And it would have been devastating to have the Lightning to no longer be in this state, and that is one scary thing. But in saying that, I think that we can do the right things to get it back to where it was before.
Laura, there's been, you mentioned two sports there, netball and footy. Let's talk about netball first. Obviously, they have taken over the dominance of women's sport that basketball once had, females had. But they've also introduced minimum salary for their players. I know there's a push now in the WNBL with Jacob Holmes for minimum salary to the players. Now, Pop, just to give you an idea, the players on minimum salary are lucky if they're getting $2,000 a year. So do you know how that's progressing?
Yeah, no, Jacob and I have a lot of discussions about that, and it's great that the WNBL are really communicating with the players, and that's the first start, because they want it to improve as well. So there'll be obviously negotiations over the next few months, and in saying that, we still need sponsorship and things to progress so that minimum salary, because we don't want teams to fold because they can't afford to have a team around. So it is progressing, but that is one really important thing, because, you know, to play your sport that you love, you shouldn't have to lose money with petrol and health insurance and things like that. If you're doing, it's literally a full-time job. So yeah, we have to have other jobs at the same time, but it will lift in the next few months, I hope so.
I want to talk about the AFL. Women's AFL comes in. Now, you've got history with footy. Your dad was a good footballer, so we know that you know how to play. We've seen Erin Phillips sign with the Crows. Jessica Bibby, of course, has just signed with Fremantle. Could someone swoop in and take Laura Hodges? Would going to football interest you?
You'd be a great ruckman. She looks small sitting next to me because I'm small, but when she stood up,
I mean, it's taller than you.
I'm an uncomfortable size next to her.
Could you be tempted?
Well, Beck Goddard, I know her, who's the coach of the Crows, and she's made a few comments. But obviously this year I'm committed to the Lightning, and I love the game. But I think I'm probably a little bit too old to
Your
probably...
dad would be rat, wouldn't he? If you finally did it.
Well, I'm not really sure about that. I think that...
He wouldn't want to see you hurt.
Probably. That's the one thing that he would worry about. But at the same time, I think that he probably would want to be the best footballer in the family, so it's probably...
yeah, that's true, yeah. That's right.
So I think, yeah, we're sticking to basketball at this stage. But it's a great game, and I'm really happy for Erin. We've grown up together, and she's always wanted to play AFL, and now
she's good.
And she is great.
Oh.
So, but I find it fascinating that she's going to be wearing the Crows colours.
Yeah.
And it's kind of interesting because I'm a huge Crows supporter, and she's always been poor, and the fact that she's going to be wearing the Crows colours, I kind of get a little chuckle out of that.
Just quickly, Rio didn't quite go the way you hoped it had, and we don't need to go back and dissect all that. There's enough of that going on, and you don't need to get involved in that. Could you see yourself going to 36? Is it without the realms of possibility? I mean, a 5-time Olympian, Andrew Gay's the only other player that's done that, and you look like you could do it.
Oh, I think once you get to past 30, it's just really, you take it a year at a time, a month at a time at this stage. And yeah, I would never say never, because that's not, but I think 4 years down the track, it is a long time, and there's so many up and coming players coming through the ranks. And I think it's great that it's so competitive in women's basketball around Australia, and it's hard to choose a 12. But I love the game. I'll keep playing the game to as long as I can. And yeah, it was disappointing in Rio not getting that medal, but now I really appreciate those other 3 medals even more, because every Olympics I've been to, we get a medal, and that's what you expect. And now I really cherish those other medals.
I always enjoy. I knew you'd go there. I always enjoy talking to the women, because I always go.
How many medals? No, seriously, how many medals did you get?
None. 4th was the best for us, but the women regularly come up and say,
we got 3 between us.
Rachel, who you admire, is a close friend of mine. Every time we go to a function, Rachel brings her medals and proudly pomps them out in front of me.
You bring your Australia cap.
Okay, good on you, Race. That's fantastic. It's been great. Always lovely to talk to you, Laura. I hope it's a terrific season for the Lightning. You do need to get out and support the Lightning. They will be a terrific team this year. They'll be better the year after, but get on early, because they will be hard tickets to get in the next couple of years. Laura, good luck. We need to get to a break. Stay with us. Still plenty to come.